So we've taken the top route through the ventilation shaft. And we've got one more member of our support staff to meet, the best one.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
Ask me about my sunglasses, Snake. I wear them because in Alaska it's actually sunlight 6 months of the year. That's just one of my survival tactics. Master Miller was the one in Metal Gear 2 that taught us to combine a lighter with a can of hairspray.
That's what they do in Alaska.
It's the technique we use to start fires in Alaska.
I moved the Darker Chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell? Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah. Say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the chief.
They never actually clean the vent shafts. They never clean them, they never spray, and they never cap them off again. Probably because Snake is going to go around and kill them all.
What if you killed exactly 3 people? Does the Snake think that they're just talking about him, or what?
For the longest time, I got confused by that conversation and thought they were talking about Snake, and I thought that it was adaptive to how many people you've killed, but no.
Oh.
I really like that you can walk around in this. They make you walk around in the vent shaft first to get like a lay of the building, and you can look through all the ventilation covers to see different rooms that you can't access yet. It gives like a cohesive feel to Shadow Moses Island.
Oh, like it's all one place. It's not a bunch of separate rooms.
It also really contributes to the atmosphere of like this abandoned, cold, former nuclear weapon disposal site of all the office building.
Did you just pass over a hole?
Yeah. Well, it's smaller than Snake. That's actually where we're supposed to drop down. But be careful, there's a camera that can't see you no matter what point you drop down at.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it actually loads a new area, so you're fine. Don't worry.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
There's a ladder to the ventilation. What?
Well, yeah, they're about to start spraying for rats. How do you think they're gonna reach it without a ladder?
That ladder is fixed to the wall. It's like it's.
Well, hello, safety first. I don't want the ladder to fall over while I'm spraying for rats.
It was built into access. What?
So this is the tank hangar. You can see this is where they assemble tanks.
Oh. All
I
two
really
parts of it.
I really didn't know that tanks just popped off like that, like Mr. Potato Heads. You can actually switch it for a different module if you want. It's the PC of battle equipment. So this is really important. This is a room that's closed off by a level 4 door, but right now it's actually broken, so we have a chance to come in here and get the item way early. If you go on to the next plot point, it'll be locked until you get the level 4 card. It's the thermal goggle.
Is it of any use until that point?
Yes, actually. But not for a while. The whole point of the thermal goggle is it makes Snake, enemies, and items glow bright red, and everything else glow a dull red.
Items too?
Yeah, anything important that you need to see, like cameras even.
Those poorly cooled cameras.
Well, it's Alaska. If they don't give off enough heat, they're going to freeze up, and they won't be able to slowly pan back and forth. Luckily, the tanks in this game are unmanned.
Or else they would also have a cone of vision.
They would also have a huge cone of vision, right? They would slowly pan back and forth in the tank hangar. So the guard said that the DARPA chief was being held on the first floor basement, which I can only assume is the 132nd floor. Oh no! A holdover from Metal Gear 1.
Enter the room on the left.
The basement is filled with pitfalls. Well, to be fair, they didn't tell us to go here. Colonel Campbell actually told us the exact opposite. Don't go here.
So is this how you get to basement floor 3? I'm guessing you can only open that door with a grenade?
Yes, that's exactly what it means.
Oh, okay.
This should cause an alert, in my opinion. Breaking the law. Like a Snake is just Dennis the Menace, really. All grown up. That's the door for all the celebrity guests of Shadow Moses. That's where they hide the famous people. So here in the armory, we've got a variety of rooms that are locked by a variety of different key cards. So we'll be coming here several times later on for new weapons and equipment. Right now, the only thing we can get is more ammo for our SOCOM, because they didn't even bother to lock that out. They know that even the scrub tier infiltrators will have that already.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
That's not a dot.
He's one of those green dots, Snake. Look. It's the DARPA chief. We actually elected a sack of potatoes as the DARPA chief. Hello? I'm here to save you.
Is the DARPA chief something you elect?
I put in my ballot for the chief of DARPA. So this is a callback to Metal Gear 2, where Dr. Petrovich was wearing a transmitter that had a green dot that showed up on the radar. But there's actually no way to access him, so Snake's gonna have to move along. Oh. Once again, Snake lucks out by the base having a rat problem.
But weren't they gonna spray?
Maybe they were talking like in the mafioso sense, of they're about to spray for rats with winks in between. They're actually going to be killing snitches.
Is that a woman?
Not him.
Snake with the conductive reasoning. So that's the woman in the cell. Actually, I think there was a vent that we missed right before I went up the ladder. There was a vent on the ground floor.
There was. It had a ration in it.
Yeah, so maybe we could find a way to enter the woman in the cell.
I don't know if that's Snake or the ventilation squeaking. Or is that the rat problem?
Yes, it's snake squeaking.
Well, I don't know. The ventilation seems to not be made out of squeaky sand, so...
Oh. Actually, we can't, but we did refill our health. Well, I'm stumped. Oh, it's probably the way that we didn't turn before.
The squeaking?
That's his rubber suit colliding with itself. It's the cell. The office workplace that confines my soul.
If only you had some pliers, I guess.
If only I could use weapons while in intrusion mode, I could throw a grenade and blow the cover off. Oh.
Ugh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built alright.
Built like a giant toilet. That's Johnny Sasaki. He's based off the Kojima Productions environment artist Hideki Sasaki. He's kind of like the butt of all the Office jokes, so they named a character after him. A character famous for using the toilet with his pants on. Actually, I think Hideki might just spend a lot of time pretending to use the bathroom, so that was a joke at him. Just going around and sitting on the toilet thinking about women. Oh. Her abs are strong enough now she's actually going to do push-ups.
One-handed push-ups.
Wow, she's tougher than me.
Wow, she's built alright.
Oh, that's what he meant by built. And if you spin around in place long enough, she'll actually start doing different exercises.
Why?
Gotta work my toots here, stretching them out. And here's a little tip I heard on the playground. If you spin around in place 15 times in a row, you can see her do those exercises with no pants on.
I thought that was a joke.
It is. The joke's on me for having to show this off in my video. The truth of the matter is, it's not based on spinning. It's every time you enter and exit the ventilation system, she'll be doing a different exercise. That's why it takes a very long time if you want to get to the panty shots. And who doesn't? Who doesn't want to crawl for 13 minutes to see this?
Look at those polygons. Look how they're built.
Actually, I'm pretty sure her butt is just one polygon. It's just a square with a texture on it. This woman is built. Please.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Please stop looking. Focus, Snake.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of ArmsTech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes, they cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You Haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Hey, what happened?
Dead.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.